Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Honorato. It's a few minutes after 9 on Wednesday, May 17th. This is 13 Now, where we bring you breaking news, the day's biggest stories, and of course, the first warning forecast on News Channel 13's YouTube channel. If you don't yet subscribe to us, we'd love for you to click that and you'll get the alerts every time we go live here on YouTube. Some important stuff to get to, obviously, this morning, because now the jury in the Schoharie Limo Trial has this case in its hands for what is a second day. It ended up getting the case, closing arguments wrapped up around 1 o'clock yesterday. And so after deliberations for about 4 hours or so on Tuesday, things will pick back up again at 9:30 this morning at the Schoharie County Courthouse. And that's where our reporter, Irla, has been live all morning long covering this case for us. And we'll bring Caitlin into the conversation now. Caitlin, look, obviously the trial, at least witness testimony, wrapped up far sooner than any of us expected. 4 to 6 was kind of the timeline, weeks that we were given that this trial may last. Obviously, until there is a verdict, the trial continues. But for witness testimony to go as quickly as it has, I think a lot of people this morning on this Wednesday are thinking we may get a verdict even maybe before noontime. Deliberations start at 9:30 this morning. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So they'll pick back up. They ended deliberations around 5 o'clock last night. They'll pick back up in less than a half hour now here at Schoharie County Courthouse at 9:30 this morning. And of course, the jury will decide if Naaman Hussein is guilty of manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in that horrific 2018 crash that killed 20 people. As we know, Hussein is the operator of Prestige Limo, the company that owned the limo that was involved in that crash. Now, yesterday, the jury listened to 2.5 hours of closing arguments, and that's something that wasn't supposed to happen for another 5 weeks. As you said, the trial was expected to last 6 weeks, but after 6 days and only 25 witnesses on the stand, the prosecution and the defense both rested their case. Now, all the testimony that we heard came from prosecution witnesses. Hussein's defense attorney, Lee Kinlan, believes that those witnesses actually helped point the blame away from his client. We know Special Prosecutor Fred Wrench spoke to the jury yesterday for about 90 minutes during his closing arguments, saying Hussein is personally responsible for that crash. He says Hussein ignored directives from state regulators about the condition of that limo. He also said Hussein was responsible for fixing, maintaining, and inspecting the vehicle. However, the defense, on the other side says employees at Mavis Discount Tire are to blame for the crash, not Naaman Hussein. Chris, we heard testimony during this trial from employees from Mavis Discount Tire who admitted to fraud. They admitted to billing Naaman Hussein for work that was never done. They also admitted to putting a safety inspection sticker on the window of that limousine, even though they never actually completed that safety inspection. So that's what the defense is pointing at. That's what Lee Kinlan has been saying all along. State police arrested the wrong person. He wants, of course, to prove that his client is innocent, not innocent, of course, but not the only one that is at fault for this horrific crash. I mean, let's not forget 20 people lost their lives in this crash. I mean, that's 20 families who have been in so much pain. This pain will probably never go away from them as it is, but to deal with that for so long and to not have any real answers, and then to sit in this courtroom, even though it was only for 6 days, all of that pain, all the testimony that they heard, I mean, that just, imagine how those families feel. Of course, they want to put the blame on someone. I'm not sure that that's going to bring a lot of closure to the family, because again, Chris, the past 4.5 years, this has been a really tough case to even as a reporter to even really have to report on.
Yeah, and Mavis is still part of a civil lawsuit, which will eventually take place. But you said it, more than 4.5 years in the making, this trial from October 6th, 2018, the day of that crash. And let's not forget, too, Caitlin, that we've had a little bit of a reversal here. A guilty plea from Naaman Hussein that was going to keep him out of jail, 5 years probation. You detailed it this morning on News Channel 13 today. And then a new judge steps in, and that's Peter Lynch, who we showed video of. He pulled that plea deal off the table. And so it goes to a jury, and we may find out today if there's any guilt found on Naaman Hussein's part, either for the 20 counts of manslaughter or criminally negligent homicide, like you mentioned. Okay, we'll let you get towards things as deliberations will pick back up at 9:30. Caitlin Irla live from outside the Schoharie County Courthouse for us this morning. Caitlin, thank you. Yeah, I heard Caitlin say it, and you could see even in her attire there, a jacket and a scarf on the morning of May 17th. It's chilly out there, and it's maybe only going to get worse. Meteorologist Christina Talamo joins us now at the first warning forecast. And it's not only just chilly outside, Christina, you've gone to the sweater now inside the weather center.
I don't know if you can hear it. I got my heater on every morning. I mean, I'm always very cold, but you're going to need the sweater if you're me inside, but outside for sure as you're leaving the house this morning. But tomorrow you might even want the warm winter jacket as you're heading out the door for your Thursday, because we'll be talking about temperatures down into the 20s and the 30s. Yep, you heard that right. That'll be tomorrow, May 18th. Going to be a cold start to the morning. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. But for now, 48 degrees in Albany on that CDPHP first warning weather cam. Fewer fair weather clouds out there. Otherwise, for the most part, a mix of sun and clouds for most of the area. Schenectady, same story, 47 degrees in Schenectady, and Saratoga Springs at 49. But not a bad day in regards to the sunshine. We will see more sun as we head throughout the afternoon. But you can notice that flag really waving in the wind there. It is going to be a breezy, gusty day today, and that will add to that chill in the air. We had this cold front move through last night. Now south of the area, so no need to worry about any showers today, but colder air is moving in and a bit of a breeze will stick around today as well. So temperatures to start off this morning, still down into the lower 30s for parts of the Adirondacks, 33 Indian Lake, 35 Lake Pleasant, 48 Saratoga Springs, 51 Glenmont, 43 Pittsfield, even still in the upper 30s in Cobleskill. But by around 4 p.m. this afternoon, we'll see temperatures topping out in the upper 50s, just shy of 60 degrees. So really struggling to get out of the 50s today. It's going to be much cooler. Yesterday's high of 80, about 20 degrees cooler today. And once again, the breeze will make it feel even colder than what it's reading on the thermometer. So you'll need the jacket today. Winds out of the north-northwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour at times. And then the even colder air returns for tomorrow morning. So this freeze watch goes into effect for tonight through 9 a.m. Thursday. And this is for pretty much the entire viewing area, excluding the southern Adirondacks. And that's just because the growing season hasn't started in the southern Adirondacks. So freeze watch in effect because of those temperatures in the 20s and lower 30s. And that means most of us could be waking up to some frost tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind, especially if you did some planting already or brought some hanging plants outside. You're going to want to make sure you bring them inside if you can. Otherwise, make sure you cover them up, especially any sensitive plants, so they don't get damaged tonight into tomorrow. Today, high of 59 in Albany, mostly sunny, breezy, cooler. Those winds gusting out of the north-northwest. Areas of frost tonight dropping down into the 20s, lower 30s, mostly clear, calm winds helping the temperatures drop. But after a chilly and frosty morning tomorrow, we'll see a bit of a warm-up into the mid to upper 60s in the afternoon with lots of sunshine. A few more clouds around for Friday, lower 70s. Then down to the 60s for Saturday. Saturday will see your next chance for some showers. It looks like it'll dry out by Sunday. So Sunday, definitely the better of the 2 days. We're into the 70s, largely dry with a mix of sun and clouds. And then sticking around with the dry weather and the sunshine for Monday and Tuesday of next week. And we've had a nice dry stretch of weather pretty much for a while now. So we really could use the rain, but unfortunately we got just that one day and not really sure how meaningful that rain is going to be for us on Saturday, but we'll take what we can get.
All right. So the sprinklers get a workout these couple of weeks for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Christina, thank you. Beware of the freeze overnight tonight, middle of May. All right. Be sure to join us for News Channel 13 live at noon as we continue our extensive live coverage from the Schoharie County Courthouse and the limo trial as the jury continues to deliberate today, starting again at 9:30 after doing so for about a few hours on Tuesday. Have a great Wednesday, everyone. I'm Chris Honorato. Thanks for watching 13 Now.